Hey, it's your buddy Big Ed. I've created for you Quad Cortex people an AC15 and a Deluxe Reverb patch. I tend to favor the AC15 when I play lap steel, for instance. I like it better than the AC30 personally. And I like Deluxe Reverbs, and I spent a lot of time dialing these in for where they feel good to me. Again, I'll repeat that I create patches for how they're going to work in a band context. It's a totally different thing from how they will sound at home. Totally different. You have to leave room for the other instruments. So when you hear these, that's what I have in mind when I create these patches. Okay, cool. Because someone was like, oh, this doesn't sound too good. Or maybe he was just being an ass, but that's the purpose of this. I've been doing this for 30 years, full-time professionally. I know where I need to sit and where the other instruments need to sit. It just should be something you should be cognizant of if you are going to go out and play. If you're just going to play at home, do whatever you want. That's cool. You got to make yourself feel good. There's no shame in that, but that's what I'm doing here. Okay. So let's take a listen to what I'm doing, and I'll put these up at the Quad Cortex Cloud under my name, Ed Pedersen, so you can download them for free and try them out. I didn't go crazy on the effects on these. What I've done, I know it's hard to see with the light, but it's just basically, I've got a compressor, I've got a wah, I've got modulation, which I prefer the new vibes, and I've got the speed assigned to my expression pedal. I've got an overdrive for the quad. The Brit Blues sounded good to me. And I've got a whammy on, and this is basically the same for both patches. The only difference is the different compressors. I'm using a different compressor I'm using a Joule with the AC15. That's what sounded best. I'm using the Brit Blues overdrive. And there's also EQs, completely obviously different EQs for each patch. And for the Deluxe Reverb, I'm using I think it's the Vintage 87, whatever it's called, compressor. That's the one that sounded best with the Deluxe Reverb. And the only overdrive that sounded right was that green 808. So, and different reverbs. I'm using a spring with the Deluxe Reverb with analog delay, and I'm using tape delay with I think the Mind Hall for the AC15. So there you go. Dig. So first, the AC15. And now, the Deluxe Reverb. So anyway, really quickly, that was just so you could hear the amps. And like I said, there's other effects in there. I hope you enjoy these. I'll keep posting other stuff as I keep creating new patches and experimenting with new amps. It's really cool how the Quad Cortex, to me, especially in the low end and the lower mids, feels a lot closer to an amp to me in the response, in the snap on the lower end than most amps. So hope you enjoy it, and you'll find it at the Quad Cortex Cloud for download.